نعم.
Or
أخونا عربي.
نعم أتكلم العربية.
يا هلا يا هلا.
يا هلا. But we have to speak in English because, as you know, people who they are joining us here, they are English speaking people.
Okay, I'm only seeing you.
Well, I am in YouTube. Actually, we were live, and because they told me I was going to leave actually, but then they told me that you are trying to call me, and I am not online in Skype. So I decided to start a new stream. So we just start a new stream, and people soon will join us. We have already, soon we will be. We were like 1,000 something, and now, because I was leaving, but soon we will have a big number with us. So Sheikh Ali.
Yes.
As I understand that you like to debate me about Islam and you want to convince us that Islam is a religion of truth. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Nice. We believe in the Old Testament, the New Testament, but with time they got changed.
Okay.
That's why, subhanAllah, the Father, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, did provide the last testament, that is the Quran. Yes.
You said the Father.
Yeah. In the meaning of the Father that I'm talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm not talking about Jesus. So I need to differentiate them.
But so do you Muslim believe that Allah is the Father?
In a sense that the Father is the Alpha and Omega in your own doctrine. That's why I'm distinguishing between Jesus. When I say a God, you will consider
No, I'm not talking
Jesus.
about Jesus now. I'm saying, do you Muslim believe that your God Allah is the Father, the same as we call the Father the Father?
Yeah. All the Father with the characteristics that the Alpha and Omega. Okay. We call him Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why I differentiate between them to acknowledge that I'm talking about the Father. I'm not talking about anyone else. Yes.
But as I know, the Quran says that the Christians and the Jews, they claim that they are the children of Allah and they are His beloved.
Yes.
But the Quran rejects that statement in chapter 5, verse number 18.
Okay. Can we open that? If we...
Sure. Chapter 5, verse number 18. Go ahead.
A surah, do you know the surah?
Al-Ma'idah.
Al-Ma'idah. Okay, Al-Ma'idah.
And by the way, if you feel comfortable to open your camera, feel free. It's up to you.
It's okay. Yeah. When you open the camera, it's more indulging actually, that we can see each other. Subhanallah. Al-Ma'idah.
No. 18.
Verse.
18.
18. Okay. So let me provide the connection. Okay, what does it say?
You read. Go ahead.
I'm still gonna log my laptop to the internet.
The Jews and the Christians, they say, we are the children of Allah or sons of Allah and His beloved. Say, why then doth He punish you for your sin? So the Quran rejects the statement that to say that they are the sons of Allah.
Nice. Why does the Quran says that? Because they got blasphemous against their own prophets that have been brought to them. The Jews were so stubborn with Moses and stubborn with other prophets in their own timeline.
How they were stubborn with Moses?
Yeah. Moses told them, just follow me in these commandments, and they got stubborn.
What the commandment, if you don't mind, Sheikh Kareen? What is the commandment?
Yes, just like the story of the cow, when he told them he found some man who was killed, and they said, Moses, we have a man got killed. Okay, Moses said, kill a cow, and they said, what kind of cow? Then he gone to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and asked him what kind of cow. Then got back to them and he specified the cow. And they said, is it for grazing or is it for anything else? Then Moses got back again to have the knowledge. What kind of cow? Is it for grazing or is it for something else?
Okay.
And got back to them. So they were stubborn in these things. Whenever commandments they're given, they will be lacking in respecting these commandments.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
the story of the cow. This is what it's called, the chapter of the cow in chapter 2, right?
Yes.
All right. But in this story there, it says that Allah he ordered Moses to slaughter a cow so he can hit somebody. He's dead. He was killed by a dagger,
Yes.
and that
Yes.
how Allah he bring people from death. So why Allah he need a cow to bring somebody from death?
As a test for the Jews themselves.
How that is a test?
Will they? Yeah, it was a test for the Jews. Okay,
How?
you want to figure out why? Okay, you want to figure out who did the crimes? Do this thing, and the Jews starting to be, what kind of thing? Why do we have to do this? Okay, do it so you can have the knowledge of who killed this guy. And they got stubborn. What kind of cow? What is the color of the cow? Is it for grazing or something else? So if they kill the cow just at the moment when Moses told them, that's it. They will know who did it. But they kept stubborn. Kept.
Okay, I will go with you. I will go with you.
Yeah.
But as you
Okay.
see,
Yes.
the question the Jews they ask, it makes sense because even Allah he agree with them that there is certain details required for the cow. Because if this is a question is not valid, then Allah should say to them, who care? Just a cow. But as you see in verse number 71, Allah he gave him a description for a specific kind of cow. So the Jews they were right. Secondly, if the
Okay.
the Jews they did not reject, they did not say no, how you can do that. They are saying what kind of a cow we should use. And then you are saying that Allah they want to find out who commit the crime. Can't Allah tell them who commit the crime without using a cow? Can't he resurrect, as an
Yes.
example, the Quran says that Jesus he resurrect people from death. Correct?
By the permission
No
of
problem.
Allah.
No problem. Can't Allah give a permission to Moses to resurrect the person from death without using a cow? What the cow for?
That was, yeah, okay. I'm with you. Couldn't Allah can do this? And from the beginning and from the instant they found the body, okay, who was killed him and he will resurrect him and tell them who killed me? Yes, I'm with you. But it was a test for the Jews.
How that is a
Will
test?
they?
How that is a
And
test?
now I show you. Now, they came up to Moses saying, we found a dead man. Okay, Moses, I will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and come with the news. Then he goes, then he comes back. He said, kill a cow. And the Jews gone, well, a cow? What is a cow? What kind of cow? What is the color of a cow? They going stubborn with Moses. If you just kill the cow and Moses will tell you who killed him, that's it.
But
That was a test for the Jews.
my friend,
Yeah.
as you see,
Just
Moses.
one minute,
Go ahead.
brother.
Go ahead.
If I could finish.
Go ahead.
Thank
Sure.
you. If they did what they got been commanded, that's submitting themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's at the end of it. But they got stubborn. Okay, what kind of cow? What the color of the cow? Is it for grazing or something else? That stubbornness is what caused them to be away from the faith of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. But as you see, Moses he agree that there is because he went to Allah and Allah did not say, neither Moses says what kind of a question is question. So he just says, okay, you need to know. Okay, so Moses agree with them that he should know more information. But here don't Allah knew what is in the mind of the people that they would ask questions like this. Why he don't give Moses from the beginning? And that will make it a real test. Okay, go and get a cow, have such a description. If the Jews refuse, then and why even Moses need them to get a cow? He can get a cow. Can't he get a cow? I mean, it's a cow. We are not asking for like something coming from the sky. It's just a cow. Moses can go and get a cow, and he slaughtered the cow, and he beat the guy with what? I mean, what this is drama is for? If all of it is just a cow, you tell me, go and get a cow. Okay, I will go. There's a market. Old days is very simple for buying animals. Not like now. Now you cannot go in the store and buy a cow. But in the old days, it's just you go to your neighbor and you buy a cow if you don't have one. So why all this drama for? And why Allah, he is saying in the verse, if you say with me, it says, and this is how Allah, he resurrect people from death. This is how Allah, he do it. That's mean, as I understand it, that this is how Allah resurrect people from death in the judgment day too. He will use cows. It sounds like, I mean, if a Hindu, he says to me, cow is going to be used to resurrect people from death, I say is a Hindu. But we are talking about Moses. What is the connection between, is there a special power with the cow and the God of Islam?
Nice. Okay, making it that no one can resurrect only by the cows. This is not been said by any Muslim scholar. Not so any. It was a test. That's why I showed you. If they are truth about knowing the death, okay, I'm gonna let you know by my conditions, Allah's conditions. Kill a cow. And they said, what kind of cow? Now, at that moment, if they killed any cow, it should be suffice and got all over with the thing. But Allah knows what's in their hearts is stubbornness. They were stubborn and they were blaspheming against Moses so many times. They complained about Moses. So that was a test and they failed the test. Yes.
I see. But if there is any prophet in history, the God of Islam gave him the option to use a cow to resurrect people from death?
No, only for that incident.
Only Moses. But if you read with me here, it says, كذلك يحيي الله الموتى, and this is how Allah he resurrects people from death.
Okay, let's go. كذلك الله يحيي الموتى in the same verse.
Yeah.
Okay. كذلك الله يحيي الموتى, the one who was on the same incident.
No, but he is confirming that Allah he used cows to resurrect people from death. This is how Allah he resurrects people from death. So the way for Allah to resurrect people from death is cow.
It doesn't say that.
It's in front of you.
There is no. Okay, no, I'm saying there is no verse besides this verse which is close to the incident.
Yeah.
That people will be resurrected by throwing cow meat on them. It does not say that. It was about the incident. That's the miracle happened. وَكَذَلِكَ اللَّهُ يُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى. That it wasn't about the holy cow. It wasn't something holy in it. It was a condition for the test, and then the miracle happened by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
All right, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to ask you, the whole point of this is to discover a crime and the mystery of a crime, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your prophet was accused that he stole a piece of clothing. And the one who accused him, it was the companion of Allah, prophet. And I think you know what I'm talking about. So
can you bring the hadith?
Yeah. Actually, this is not a hadith. This is a Qur'an.
Oh. A verse. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bring the verse.
Chapter 3, verse number 161, where the prophet, he took a piece of a cloth, which is from the booty, and a bunch of companion of Prophet Muhammad. They accused him that he stole it, and then Allah wanted to defend him. So he said, it's not for a prophet to steal.
Okay, I'm going to open the verse that you mentioned. Surah An-Nisa. It is Surah An-Nisa, correct?
No, chapter 3, verse 161.
Chapter 3 is going to be Al-Imran. Sorry.
Yeah.
Al-Imran verse, if I may.
161.
161. Okay. Okay. It's about the guess and the conjecture that the companion said. ونزلت وما كان لنبي يغل ومن يغلل يأتي بما غل يوم القيامة ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. ونزلت لما فقدت قطيفة حمراء يوم أحد فقال بعض الناس in conjecture, not confirming, لعل النبي أخذها. Then the verse have been said that it's not the Nabi that who took it, confirming that he didn't took it.
All right.
That doesn't mean that the Nabi took it and they had the conjecture and then he returned it. Doesn't mean that. It's erasing, denying that what they thought of. ونزلت لما فقدت قطيفة الحمراء يوم أحد فقال بعض الناس لعل, you see, there is a conjecture, لعل النبي أخذها وما كان وما ينبغي لنبي أن يغول, confirm from Allah.
What يغول mean? يغول mean to steal, right?
I know, brother, but
Okay.
let me get it in the same context so that you can
Okay, go ahead.
understand me. لعل النبي أخذها in conjecture وما كان ما ينبغي. Allah is confirming that it shouldn't be for a prophet that he can take something out of war. Yaghul is the riches of the war that you come along with
mean to
the
steal.
army.
Yaghul mean to steal.
I know. Yeah, but what happened back then? It was a war.
Uh-huh.
Then they left their goods, and the Prophet and the companions gonna take these goods, and they thought that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he took something. We think so. That's why it said لعل النبي لعل. It's not confirming. It's a conjecture thing. وما كان للنبي أن يغل. There wasn't for a nabi, for a prophet, that he takes or steals. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala denying that a prophet will make that steal.
All right.
يخون في الغنيمة فلا تظنوا به ذلك. I do not believe that who some of you have said that in conjecture, he didn't take it. So that confirms the denying of Allah of this stealing.
Wonderful.
And it was in conjecture, not in confirming way. Yes.
Okay. All right. So the reason actually I mentioned this to you, because in the case of Moses, when the guy got killed, Allah was willing only to resurrect a person from death so they can find who is the criminal. Why Allah don't do the same in the case of your prophet? Because if you read the verse with me, the verse actually confirms many things. Confirm that Allah do not know who took it. The verse did not prove that Muhammad did not take it. And the verse, it might be made by Muhammad himself, because now it says it's not for a prophet to do something like this. But who is the one who took it? If Allah is God and he is all-knowing, all what he need to say, well, you know what? Go to the house of etc. person, go to his drawer, go to the room, etc., and you will find the piece of clothing missing there. So Allah, he failed to find the thief. He failed to prove that Muhammad is not guilty. And actually, and this is mean Muhammad is not a prophet, because how Moses, his God, according to your story, was able to resurrect a person from death just to find a criminal. But here we have a criminal, and this is a bigger crime actually, because you are accusing a prophet of God to be a thief. Correct? This is a bigger crime than a crime just against me or you. We are saying a prophet of God is a criminal, he is stealing and he is betraying. And you are the one who used in Arabic the word yakhun, khana, right? So in the tafsir you did read, I heard you. So they accuse him to be betraying them. So this is a bigger crime. So why Allah did not say, okay, you know what? I will do what I did with Moses. Moses is not better than Muhammad. I will do a favor to Muhammad and show them that Muhammad is not a thief. So why Allah could not tell us? And until now we do not know who is the one who took that piece of clothing. So what the point of this verse? Nothing. How we know that this verse is not made by Muhammad himself?
Okay. Now we can open a lot of chapters in the Quran that Muhammad didn't know about, and it is in the Quran. That's a subject for other time.
Yeah, but this is different. What I'm saying to you, how we know that this is not from Muhammad just to make himself clean, saying Allah says it's not me. But shouldn't Allah say who is the one who took it?
Okay. Now what it says, وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ أَن يَغُولَ, and it wasn't for a prophet that he steals. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to the companions that they had the conjecture, questioning the conjecture itself. Since you companions believe he's a prophet and you believe in that, وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ أَن يَغُولَ, since you believe he's a prophet and he believe he's a nabi, then you shouldn't think of that, because you already believe he's a nabi. وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ, just 1 minute, brother.
No problem.
وَمَا كَانَ لِنَبِيٍّ أَن يَغُولَ, since you believe he's a prophet, how dare you? How could you consider in a conjecture that he stole? So it is for the companions that how dare you? How could you believe such a thing? And while you believe he's a prophet, it's going to the companions more than, okay, we have to call, but this is the guy and this is who done it, because it could be not anyone who stole it. It could be missed. It could be lost. So that's why it can be lost. So there is no one stole it.
Yeah,
So
but this is a very good answer. Actually, I like what you said. You just
yes.
said it could be that it's not Muhammad who stole it. It could be, but it could be it is Muhammad who stole it. So now the verse in front of us, you are assuming because you are a believer that okay, Allah he said, so Muhammad is not the one who took it. But if the one is talking is Allah, shouldn't Allah say to us to clear Muhammad with no doubt that he is not him who took it? Is it hard for Allah to mention a name of a person so we can find him, we can punish him, and nobody will accuse the Prophet? Because as you see now, 1400 years after, and I am asking you, what is the proof that it is not Muhammad? You give me a verse saying it is not for a prophet to do that. But who said first he's a prophet? He claimed to be so. Secondly, who said that this is God talking to him? He claimed to be so. And now if I go to the court, Mr. Kareem, and if you are a judge and I'm accused to be a thief, and then I say to you, my God told me to tell you there is no way for a Christian prince to be a thief, you will laugh at me. Do you agree? You will say this is not a, you say what, this is not the proof. I say to you, my God told me to tell you, and here will go a verse from me, which is God gave me, Christian prince is not for a Christian prince to steal. How that can clarify an issue like this? What is the evidence? So how come in the case of Moses, and you are the one who mentioned it, in the case of Moses, Allah he describe a cow, bring the cow, slaughter the cow, it have to be a specific kind of cow, beat the guy come back from death, he speak for a few minutes, and then he die. He just told them the name of the guy who killed him, and he died. Here, the story is very simple. A person, he took a piece of a clothing. Allah and Muhammad, they fail to clear the reputation of Muhammad, for until now we do not know who took the piece of a clothing. What do you think?
Nice. So is there the verse? Is there the confirmation someone stole?
As I said, the verse says it's not for a prophet to do so. It's not for a prophet. But what is the proof?
Thank you.
What is the proof?
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So the verse doesn't state someone stole, and it wasn't Muhammad, and there shouldn't the prophet steal. It wasn't that. It was missing. تفسير الجلالين ونزلت هذه الآية نزلت لما فقدت قطيفة حمراء. The red clothing.
Okay.
When it got missing, some of the فقال بعض الناس لعل, even conjecture, not confirming, لعل النبي أخذها. So Allah directs his speech to the companions, since you companions believe he was a prophet. ما كان النبي أن يغول. It wasn't for a prophet, for a Nabi, that he steals. So it is hitting the conjecture more than that Muhammad is not he's the culprit. So it was lost, not in the sense of stole. Someone stole.
Yeah, but
you see what I mean?
But here what I'm saying, look, I understand that you are a believer and you are trying to convince me of what, but you are repeating the same thing. Remember, first of all, we are talking about a piece of clothing, and then we have God who created this whole universe is involved now. Shouldn't Muhammad, first of all, have no companion? I mean, what kind of companions? They accuse their prophet, the best man of them, that he steal. You see, imagine if Peter accused Jesus that he is a thief. Imagine that John accused Jesus that he steal a piece of a clothing. Imagine that any of the disciples of Jesus, they accused Jesus he stole iPhone. That will be a very horrible thing, because if the companion accusing their best man to be a thief, then we need to ask ourselves what kind of a group they are, and why the prophet was even a suspicious person by his own followers. Those are not the Jews, those are not the Christians, those are not the enemies, those are the companions who just came with him from war, accusing their best leader to be a thief. And I don't want to be offending you, but it appears like all of them, they are thieves, and now they are fighting over a theft. And now the God of Muhammad, he failed to prove that Muhammad is not a clear, and all what Muhammad he came to us with, Allah told me, it's not for a prophet to steal. Let me ask you, Is it okay for a prophet to lie?
Okay, can I address
Go
what you
ahead.
just said
Go ahead.
before the question? Thank you. So you say there was an accusation. Can you find that accusation in the tafsir?
You just told me the accusation. No need. That's it. I agree with you.
I'll show you. I'll show you
No,
what's
no.
in.
Actually, I agree with you. No problem. I know all the tafsir. But
Yeah,
doesn't
nice.
but
I need
doesn't
to
change.
show you
But doesn't change
example.
anything. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm going to tell you why it does change a lot of
All
things.
right.
Does this switch to other front of the camera? Can I switch it?
If you want, you can tell me
Okay.
what interpretation you want, and I can. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's tafsir. Okay, let me get. Okay,
Al-Jalalain.
let me
Okay.
shit like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in تفسير الجلالين.
Yeah.
ونزلت لما فقدت قافية الحمراء يوم أحد.
Okay.
فقال بعض الناس. Someone have said. لعل. So لعل is seen as an accusation. Accusation will be the prophet took it. But لعل is might be. So there's a difference between an accusation and a conjecture. And in the bounties of war, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, there is a percentage for him, and there is a percentage for the Muslims. It will be divided between them, and Muhammad ﷺ does have a percentage for him from the goods of the war. So they saying maybe Muhammad took it for his percentage.
Yeah, let me. I have a Jalalain. Just to switch the camera to yourself. I have a Jalalain in front of me. It says, ونزلت لما فقدت قطيفة حمراء يوم أحد فقال بعض الناس لعل النبي أخذها وما كان ما ينبغي لنبي أن يخون الغنيمة. But that will not change anything. The Nas are the people of Muhammad.
Brother, فلا تظنوا. So the difference between conjecture and accusation.
Yeah,
so
my friend, this is the tafsir. The tafsir accused already says it is the prophet, maybe the prophet he took it. So the Muslim, they put in their mind that it's highly possible that Muhammad is the one who took it. They did not say there's no way. And as you see, the story became so serious to the point Allah himself is involving in the story.
Yes.
All right.
Addressing who? Addressing who in the verse?
Addressing you.
No, addressing the companions. وما كان لنبي أن يغول.
Exactly, addressing you. I mean, addressing you, the Muslims, the companion. But that's mean the companion is the one is accusing the prophet to be a thief. If you say to me, they are not confirming, or what you are saying to me, they are not confirming that he is. For sure, they did not see him. But the question is, what kind of companion, even they will think for a second that their prophet, he will betray them and he will steal. Why do you think about him in such a way?
Thank you. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. It is addressing the companions. You already believe he's a prophet. And it doesn't fit a prophet to steal. How dare you to think of that? So was addressing the companions more than making Muhammad, no, he didn't steal, this is the culprit.
Yeah. Yeah, so but still you are not, my friend, you are not answering, you are just agreeing with me. It's not for a prophet to steal. Who is the one who accused him, saying maybe the prophet stole it? You know, even your tafsir saying yakhun, you know. I have a, you do not need to show me, by the way. I have Jalalain in front of me. You can switch the camera to yourself.
It is there. It is there. No,
I can see it. Here we go. I can put it for you. I can give you the link too. I have the link.
It is here.
My friend.
Yes.
Yeah, it says Yakhun. So the companion accusing their prophet that he betrayed them. This is a very ugly accusation from somebody believing Allah and His Messenger, and that this is telling us that those believers, they are not a high quality people, because what kind of people accuse like now? Kareem, let us say you are with your prophet. Are you going to think for a